relationships, you know, as a player, as a coach, as a manager, trying to keep everybody happy all the time. And there's that pressure, that huge pressure on your shoulders, you know, 24/7. How do you maintain those relationships when you have people making comments like that? And I'm sure you hear that kind of thing here and there. How did you do it for all those years?
Well, you have to understand that, you know, the fan is passionate about sport, but also the fan is living through you because, you know, they have fantasies, they have dreams, they, you know, and they live it through you. So when you disappoint them by losing, they take it personal, and you can't blame them, you know, except for you, it's personal too, because this is your livelihood. There's a difference between a livelihood and an interest or a passion. You know, so when the fan comes and he's paying money to come see you, he has an expectation. You know, and one of the things I always preach to the players, and even, you know, to anybody that work for me, our job isn't to play football. Our job isn't to go out and play a football game. Our job is to win. We don't get paid to play football games. Okay, just like, you know, you run a business, you don't get paid to open the door. You get paid to sell your product, have a great environment, so that at the end of the day, you're successfully financially. We're successfully financially when we win. When we win, the stadiums are full, the owner's happy, okay, the fans are happy, everybody's happy. When you lose, the owner's not happy, the fans aren't happy, and, you know, and somebody's got to pay the price. So at the end of the day, you know, the whole idea is that you're working, but they're living a dream. Okay, and you're the avenue of them reaching their dream. You know, when the hockey team loses in the playoffs, the whole city collapses. When the football team wins a Grey Cup, the whole city picks up. Yeah. You know, so the great what do you call it? You know, emotional buildup for this the city, the community, are their sports teams, whether it's English or Irish soccer or rugby or Canadian football or the NHL. The what do you call it? The pulse of the community are their sports teams. I remember growing up in Montreal, and I played with the Alouettes, and we won Grey Cups in those years, and the Canadians were winning Stanley Cups, and the Manique were a very good soccer team, and they had the Expos, and the sports scene was thriving, and the city was thriving. Okay, because of the psyche was so positive, was so upbeat, was so exciting, and it was a continual thing. So when the sports teams are on the downer, it's kind of like the whole community's on the downer.
Yeah. When did you understand, in your career did you start to understand that impact that sports has in the community?
Well, I think, you know, growing up in Montreal, and Montreal again was unique because of the Montreal Canadiens.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they were, you know,
they have a fan base.
When you're talking about the Montreal Canadiens, you're talking about the New York Yankees, the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about, legendary organizations. You know, so they again, you know, the way they ran their team, the way they brought on their great players, their superstars, you know, was something that's made me realize, you know, the value that you have to the community, the responsibility you have to the community. And, you know, it's like I said, when you're on top, there's nothing greater than sports. But when you're at the bottom, it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just even losing a little silly board game can be frustrating. It's crazy how just what it does to the person. Because I was curious about, just because you're the chapter director for BC and Yukon, the Make-A-Wish Canada.
Yeah.
Do you think, I don't know if it's a big leap here, but is just being sort of part of growing up something that's sort of community based, like what Wally's talking about, did that sort of help to guide you into sort of something that's, I mean, so community based? Make-A-Wish is incredible what they do.
Yeah, it is. You know, we at Make-A-Wish, our mission is to grant life-changing wishes for kids facing critical illness. So it really does. And I'm learning more and more that critical illness doesn't just impact the child, but the family, the immediate family, and the community. So you couldn't get a more community-focused organization where it really takes a village to make our work happen. You know, for me, I always wanted to have an impact in the work that I do. I thought my calling would be in sports to continue my dad's journey, and I've had a bit of a unique one after some health issues after car accidents, and I worked for the club for 10 years. And so it was interesting because your question about you know, the negativity and stuff, we didn't grow up having sports in social media, so we didn't have to actually deal with that until maybe I started working for the club, and then it was like your family, your work, like everything. But for me, you know, we had such a unique experience that Make-A-Wish wasn't even on my radar. But I don't know if you guys know this, but my dad's, I think he's more famous, not for his accolades, but for cutting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson when Dwayne wanted to be a football star.
Was he good enough? Was it the right move?
Exactly.